Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I got a brand new game for you. This is Summon Dragons 2. It's been out for about a month and a half or so. I missed it when it came out, but the developer reached out to me, introduced me to the game, and I think it's pretty cool. There's a pretty cool concept here, and I wanted to share it with all of you. So let's go ahead and jump into it. But first, before we do, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with the latest in mobile gaming, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So let's talk about the game. First, if you're not too familiar with the channel, typically I will focus on a couple of games, 2 or 3 games, put some regular content out on that. One thing that I'll always show is fun and interesting games like I was talking about. And this is one of those games that I thought was pretty cool because they do something just a little bit different when it comes to this genre. Now, this is an idle game. It's got a city builder mechanic. So in typical games, as you progress through the story, you complete certain battles, then it unlocks different buildings and things that you can do stuff in, right? In this one here, similar, but instead you're constructing your own world here. So you're making it look the way you want it to look, right? And just kind of a heads up too, I know the graphics are a little hokey. On this, I'm playing on an emulator. They do look better on the phone. So just kind of a heads up there. But this kind of gives me Wind Waker type vibes, and there's this looter shooter. I can't remember the name of it, but it kind of gives me those vibes as well. So it's a pretty cool art style, I feel. Now, one thing I was talking about with the buildings here, as you complete different battles, you place these buildings. So right now I've got 2 more buildings to unlock. This traveling portal here, this looks like a typical dispatch mode. And then this relic pedestal here is for collecting treasures and things as you advance in the story and in the game. So if we just take a look at a few things here, the dragons. Here's some dragons. Let's take a look at this guy. Is it Claptrap? The game with Claptrap in it. Is that his name? It's gonna bother me now. But here's the different dragons. This one's a little out there. It's pretty cool. Come on, turn. Thank you. Let's see. This one is pretty cool as well. Dude with his size. And then typical type classes, right? Tanks, rogues, support, hunters, things like that. One thing I thought was kind of interesting was equipment. When you collect your equipment here to gear up your dragons, they're in human form. So I think it'd actually be kind of cool if they had a human counterpart form, and then when they go into battle, they turn into their dragon form. But I thought that was pretty interesting, right there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some other stuff here. This nest warmer I thought was pretty cool. So you're collecting eggs, you're throwing them in this warmer to hatch them, and then what that's going to get you is this down here. You're going to get these dragonlings, and these dragonlings give you bonuses. So this one here, battle stats, so all mage dragons, they're going to get a bonus to their EX attack here. There's also a PvP attack bonus here once you get them up to level 6 as well. This other one here that I recently got, this also PvP attack as well. Maybe they all have it. But this gives a bonus to hunter dragons. So you're collecting these, which I think is pretty cool, actually. Another way to give bonuses to your whole roster, right? All right, let's take a look at some other stuff here. This Monument of Might, this is your typical take the top 5 strongest characters in your roster, and then you can place other characters over here to get them up to that same level. And it is based off the lowest level, right? So if everybody was 39 and this guy over here was 35, then these characters here would be 35. All right, let's take a look at the world here. This is pretty cool. This is their setup. This is their grinding dungeon phase, right? So these are the different resource dungeons that you're going to grind for different materials. You got dragon trainers over here, some resources here. So let's go into Ancient Domain. And this here, if you're familiar with these kind of games, this is your typical labyrinth mode, right? But they've set it up a little bit differently. I've seen this look a couple different times now, but you've got a grid here that you're going to explore, and then you're going to get into some battles with, right? So we've got this. Let's go ahead. Let's show you combat. I'm just going to go up to this guy. That's the enemy info. Let's go in there. This is your dragon trainer right here. And your dragon trainer, so magic attack, AoE damage, you can level them up, you can upgrade them. They just add another component to your team, right? All right, so let's go ahead, start that. Oh, I got a level 10 out there. I didn't adjust my team, but that's okay. I like this guy. He shoots this ball that bounces around the enemies. That was pretty easy. Let's go ahead and click on this. Can I reach the location? Why not? Oh, here we go. So increase attack. Let's increase attack. Boom. And then grab this chest. Got some rewards there. So we're working our way through this labyrinth, right? Let's go ahead and do this battle here. And let's swap out this guy for this guy. There we go. So I think for the idol genre, they're doing things just a little bit different. A few things different, right? So this is a different look that you don't see very often in this kind of manner, right? The building of your own city, being able to place them everywhere, I think is pretty cool as well. It's an interesting story. Also, something else that I thought was cool is you'll have chests that just randomly pop up with resources, so you can go ahead and grab those. You'll have dragons that come in and start invading, and you can attack them and get resources from them as well. But let's just show a challenge. So this is going to give us another piece of land here, right? So I'm going to challenge. You're going to have this. You're going to float. It looks like things are floating to the island because the island is so big now, but it's the island moving around the world, right? So let's go ahead. Let's battle this. My tank's getting hurt. Do I have a healer? I don't know if I have a healer, actually. I got some mages and some rogues. Here it goes. This thing bouncing amongst the enemies. That was a nice AoE attack. All right. Another cool feature here. I don't see this a lot. I've seen it in a few games, but you can hit tap to auto challenge. So you can just hit that, and then you're just going to continue to churn through the levels until you get beat. And I think that's a cool feature, something I'd like to see more of in other games. So I'm glad that they added it in here. All right, let's go ahead and do some summons, and we will wrap up. You've got guilds. Oh, this is your fortune geyser. This is where you get your passive resources, right? And there's so many different quests and things in here. I got all these red dots like everywhere. All right, let's go summon. Let's go. Let's see. We got some limited summons here. Do I have enough? No, I've got 8. Look at those guys. Those targets are looking pretty cool. All right, let's do this. Let's do a 10. I would like to see something more here as far as the summon animations, because it's pretty basic. So we did get this guy here. Incandescent Berry. He's a tank. He's A. All right, let's do another 10. Can we get? Is there anything more than a purple? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, I don't even think I'm getting a purple on this one. I did not. That's all right. All right, everybody, that's what I had for you. This is Summon Dragons 2. Pretty interesting game. A few new ways to implement stuff in a genre that's just got a ton of games out there. Very curious. Have you played this game yet? If you check it out, let me know what you think. All right, everybody, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.